Ronny Jackson is with us. Doc, it's great to have you back on the program.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
So what do you make of this push to oust Liz Cheney? Are you there on that front?
Absolutely. I mean, we can no longer have Liz Cheney driven by her personal hatred for President Trump, speaking for all of us in the party. That's not the way most of us in the party feel about it. And if she can have her opinion, she can speak her own mind. But she's the chairwoman of our conference. So when she just speaks in general, it's assumed that she's speaking on behalf of the conference. And that's the big problem here. She's not speaking on behalf of the conference. We've already gone through this once before, just a few weeks back. And she ended up being saved mainly by Kevin McCarthy in the plea that he made towards the end to give her another opportunity. And here we are again. And so at this particular point, we have one goal, Grant, one goal in the conference right now that should dominate everything we're doing. That's to get this majority back in 2022. We got to do that. So we have to have somebody that's going to keep us together, not divide us. And that's what's going on right now. We cannot have that. So yes, it's time for change. We've reached that point.
Look, I'd rather have Elise Stefanik than I would Liz Cheney, clearly. And Elise is a nice lady. She's come on the show, and she did fight for President Trump. I will give her that. I'm concerned about her voting record. Are you?
Well, I looked at it as well, Grant. I've only been in the Congress for a few months, but I did look back. She does have a lot of votes that I would have voted completely opposite from her multiple times. Most of those were 2017, 2018. Over the last year or so, and certainly in the 3 months that I've been there, she's voted mostly like I would say for the most part. So I think she's evolved a lot, and I hate to say that because when you say someone's evolved, you want to know, did they really evolve, or have they really are they really the same deep down inside? So I don't know. But right now, she's the only one that's got her hat in the ring right now. And I'm telling you, we have to have somebody that brings us together. We have to, and Liz Cheney's not doing that for us right now. So Elise she's thrown her hat in the ring. I don't know of anybody else right now that's thrown their hat in the ring. We'll see next week. We'll get there. Maybe some other members will throw their hat in the ring and make it more competitive right now. But first and foremost, it's time to move on and get new leadership. And you're right. She's much better than Liz Cheney. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how. I don't think she's as liberal as now as maybe she was when she first started her career in Congress. And she's been on armed services. She's been on the Intelligence Committee. She's had a lot of experiences that are probably formed the way she thinks and changed the way she thinks. And that's what I hope.
And so the reason why I think this is so important is in that position, you're recruiting new candidates. You're communicating, as you said, for the party. You better be communicating an America First agenda, because that really is who the leader of the party is right now in President Trump. I've gotten to know you personally over the last year or so, Congressman. I look at you as a real strong conservative. Are you shocked, surprised at all? And I know you've been in Washington a long time, but are you surprised at all by the entrenched go along to get along congressmen and women that we have in our own party in Washington that makes it difficult to do business up there?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I don't like that. I wish everybody would just say what they think and stand their ground and do what they say they're going to do. That doesn't always happen. But I will tell you, I think that, one of the things that I've been really pleased with is that ever since the 6th, when people thought President Trump was dead and buried, and a lot of people abandoned him, we realize now that he's not. He's still the leader of our party. And I think a lot of people have tacked back over, and they've really embraced the Make America Great, Keep America Great agenda, because people all over our party, I think vast majority of people in our party see that is where our future's at. And I think that Elise will embrace that as well. Now, I don't know that for sure. Only time will tell. But she did defend President Trump vigorously during the impeachment hearings. She voted against certification of the states when we went through that process. So since I've been in there, she's been pretty solid pro-Trump. And and that's the other reason. That's another reason I'll just say real quick that I'm not going to vote for Liz Cheney, to keep Liz Cheney there, because Liz Cheney called all of us out. I personally think that there was a lot of fraud in this last election. And she basically said the other day, she tweeted out that anybody that's saying that on the Republican Party is propagating the big lie. And she even used the liberals' language of the big lie. I don't like being characterized like that.
No, she uses all of their talking points, and as you just saw, she got props from Nancy Pelosi. So this is the problem. This is the problem. Right. Congressman Ronny Jackson, be strong up there. Be eyes and ears for all of us Texans on the ground up there, and I appreciate you as always coming on the program tonight.
Thank you, Grant. I appreciate it. We're going to fight the fight. We'll stand strong. Promise.